Yeah, it goes. Everybody, because we'll continue on with a game called Never 7 the End of Infinity. Where were we? Let's see. Come on, come on. There you go. Load it up. It was a present from Kurumi. This is something Kurumi found on Moon Beach this afternoon. It's very pretty, so she'll give it to you. I'll tell Yuka the contents of the letter. Well, in short, it seems there were two bells from the beginning. The bell I found on the first and the bell you found on the third were different bells. I threw my bell away on the first, which washed up 2 days later, and that girl picked it up on the evening of the third, on Moon Beach. You threw your bell away on the third, which washed up 2 days later, and on the afternoon on the fifth, Kurumi picked it up. So in the end, the bell I had was the one you threw away. And the bell you had was the one I threw away. That's what happened.
そっか。
I see. She probably didn't have any ill will in giving this to me, but thanks to that, things turned out this way. So you're saying the bell, whoever has bells, will retain their memories when they time travel? I think that's what they're alluding to.
じゃあ、くるみちゃんに感謝しないとね。
Then you're not going to thank her? Huh? Why would I thank her?
やっぱり分かってなかったんだ。
You really don't get it.
くるみちゃんに鈴をもらってなかったら、誠死んでたんだよ。
If Kurumi had to give you that bell, you'd be dead. The word dead pierces my chest.
鈴とともにや時は解かれん。ってことは、鈴を持ってなかったら
The echoing bell will free you from time, so if you didn't have that bell... We couldn't have time traveled. Yeah, I knew it. Yes.
この時間に意識が飛ばされたことによって、私たちは助かることができた。
We were able to be saved because our consciousness were flung to this time.
助かるって言い方は正しくないかもしれないけど、
Well, saved might not be the best way to put it, but...
とにかくあの6日の神社に意識がとどまったままだったら、私たちという存在は肉体だけを残して消滅してしまってたはずだよ。
Anyway, if our consciousness had stayed at the shrine on the 6th, then all that would have remained of our existences would be our dead physical bodies.
つまりこの時間の流れの中では私たちは現に生き続けているけど、
In other words, in this flow of time, we're actually still alive, but...
あの6日とつながった時間の流れでは私たちは死んでしまっているっていうことなの。
In the flow of time connected to that April 6th, we're dead. That's how it is.
ちょっと難しいかな。
It's a bit hard to grasp, so I take it you're confused.
だったらこう考えてみて。
Then try thinking about it like this.
ここに一本の広くて長い直線道路があるとするよ。
Let's say there's this long, wide road that's a straight line.
その道路には7台の車が走ってるの。横一線にきれいに並んだまま。
On that road, there's 7 cars moving. They're neatly lined up side by side.
それぞれの車には一人ずつ運転手が乗ってて、
Each car has one driver.
はるか、さき、くるみちゃん、いずみさん、奥彦くん、私、そして誠がそれを運転してるのね。
Haruka, Saki, Kurumi, Izumi, Okuhiko, me, and you are the drivers.
で、その7台の車のはるか後方にも同じように横一線に並んで走ってる7台の車があるの。
And far behind those 7 cars are another group of 7 cars also lined up side by side.
その車には前の車とは別のはるか、別のさき、別のくるみちゃん、別のみんながそれぞれ乗ってる。
Driving those cars are a different Haruka, a different Saki, a different Kurumi, a different version of everyone are driving the cars ahead.
ここまではいい？
You get me so far? Yeah. Yeah.
さてある時、突然だけど、私と誠は心臓発作かなんかで死んでしまったの。
Well then, at a certain time, suddenly, you and I have a heart attack or something and die.
だけど、意識だけは車の中から抜け出して、後ろで別の車を運転してる別の自分の中へと飛び込んだ。
Our bodies die, but our consciousness don't. Instead, they slip into the bodies of our alternate selves, driving the cars beyond the first group.
私たちは今まで走ってきた道を同じように走り続けるだけ。
We just continue to travel down the same road we were driving on up until now.
そして前を走ってる車は
So what about the cars traveling in front?
私たちの遺体を乗せたままずっと走り続けてる。
Our corpses are still inside, continuing to travel down forever.
ということなんだけど、わかった？
That's how it is. Do you get it? Well, more or less. In short, if I didn't get that bell from Kurumi, I would have been squashed under that collapsed shrine, and my consciousness would have completely come to a stop. I wouldn't be able to slip out of that car, and my consciousness would have died with my body. Isn't that right? Yuka slowly nods.
それでさっきの話とつながってくるのよ。
That's how it's connected to our earlier conversation.
だからあの鈴は壊さない方がいいの。
That's why it's best not to destroy the bells. Huh.
わかんないかな。
You don't get it?
あの鈴は私たちにとって最後の砦っていうか、文字通り命綱なわけじゃない？
To us, those bells are our last fortress. They're literally our lifelines.
もしも万が一今度の4月6日に同じ出来事が起こったとしたら、誠、港でそんな風に言ってたけど。
If by any chance the same events occur on this April 6th, you said that at the harbor.
その万が一の時に私たちが鈴を持ってなかったら、
If we don't have the bell at that by any chance time,
自由な世界どころか世界そのものを失うことになっちゃうよ。
we won't just lose a free world, we'll lose the world itself. It'll mean the complete annihilation of our consciousness.
この先私たちが歴史を変えることによってあの日に何が起こるのか予測するのが難しくなってくると思うの。
By changing history from now on, I think it'll get difficult to predict what will happen on that day. So basically, their insurance? It's best to have a lifeline to hold on to just be safe. Yeah.
鈴を壊すよりもまずは見つけることの方が先決なんじゃないかな。
Wouldn't it be better if our first priority were finding the bells instead of destroying them?
私はそう思うけど。
That's what I think. Makes sense. Yuka and I arrive at the moon beach and immediately begin searching for the bell.
ねえ、本当にこの辺で間違いないの？
Hey, are you sure that it's around here? I'm sure I definitely picked it up around here.
でもあんまり当てになんないな。
But that's not very reliable.
もうかれこれ6日も前のことなんだし。
It's been almost 6 days since you found it after all. Scattered on the beach with us is seaweed, fragments of seashells, and scraps of driftwood. If the waves were breaking onto shore a little bit further, they'd be soaking my ankles. In these circumstances, finding such a small bell might be next to impossible.
それに誠が拾ったのは夜だったんでしょ？
Besides, didn't you find it at night?
だったら昼間とはだいぶ景色が違って。
If that's the case, it means the scenery is very different then. Yuka stops in mid-sentence and eats the rest of her words. Her eyes narrow, she glares at the wet sand. As if she's being lured in by something, Yuka walks over to the point she's staring at. She slowly leans over and picks up something.
あった。
Found it? Wow. Huh?
あった。
I found it.
あったよ。ほら。
I found it, look. Yuka pinches something in her fingers and shows it to me. It's metal surface that emits a cold light, the light crimson string. This is definitely that bell. It has the same tune as well. The bell sways in the wind and rings out once. See? Yuka places the bell in my palm and she smiles like there's no tomorrow. That's right. This is it, this is it, this is it. Alright, one lifeline down. My heart is so filled with joy that I just want to shout it all out. I hold the damn bell up towards the sky. The sparkling rays of the afternoon sun pierce my eyes, forcing me to squint.
喜んでもらえるのは一向に構わないんですけど。
I don't mind that you're happy and all, but...
ありがとうとか、Thank you とか、そういうのはないの？
Aren't you going to give me a thank you or something? Yeah, you're great, Yuka. You're awesome. Fantastic. I shaded as I mussed Yuka's hair, messing it up.
もう何するのよ。
Jeez, what are you doing? In an attempt to get away from my hand, Yuka bends over while desperately trying to fix her hair. We are silent for a short time. I reach out to muss Yuka's hair again. Is it muss or mess?
ちょっとやめてよね、もう。
Jeez, stop it. While holding down her hair with one hand, she uses the other to launch a counterattack. I instantly intercept it, blocking her. I grasp Yuka's wrist and open up her palm. Well then, take the bell. As I say this, I place the bell in Yuka's palm. Yuka grasps the bell while wrapped up in confusion. You found this bell. So this is yours.
でも
But didn't I say it before? Men ought to protect women. That's how it's been for ages. Yuka purses her lips, her eyes swaying. I see her cheeks turn a faint red color. Now right, let's find the second one. I say this cheerfully as I mess up Yuka's hair again. Yuka takes a moment to fix it. For now, we've been able to find the first lifeline. I realize that I now no longer feel fear towards the bell. Rather, I feel relieved. When I think about it, it's not like the bell was the direct cause of that tragedy. Rather, as Yuka said, it's because we had them that our lives were saved. So by having the bell, there's no need to get extremely scared or pessimistic. In other words, even with that bell, we can change history. That's the only thing I can declare with confidence. Awesome. And so, we're looking for a second lifeline. It's been a long while since we found the first bell. I guess it's still in the ocean. It probably won't wash up until the third. I turn around to find Yuka out of earshot, searching for the bell on the tip of Moon Beach. Exhausted, I sit down by the banks of the beach with a thump. While she's searching, I notice Luna Beach in the corner of my vision and can't help thinking about it. Izumi, I wonder what she's doing. We don't have a reason to avoid going to Luna Beach, but on the other hand, we don't have a reason to show ourselves to her, and Kurumi right now either. We're wondering if it might be alright if we change history by never meeting Izumi and Kurumi. But because of the incident this morning, they at least know we're at the lodge already. Yuka and I agree that we should focus on searching for the bell, so we're trying our best not to approach Luna Beach. If we don't find it here, the only place left to search is around Luna Beach. Should I try going? If I go, even I meet the sisters, it's not like I can just make up a lie or two. With that thought in mind, I placed one hand on the ground and quickly stand up. Just then, what are you doing here? Now I see Okuiko standing on top of the banks. He then jumps down onto the sand. Weren't you playing tennis? We finished a while ago. Oh, Yuka's here too. Okuiko runs over towards her. And at that time, I hear a loud thud from behind me, causing me to turn around. On the sandy beach is Haruka, who has hit the ground. A cloud of dust harmlessly stirs up into the empty sky. I sigh and laugh at the same time. This is nothing to be surprised about anymore. Of course, this would happen. I walk over to the confused Haruka's side, take her hand and help her up. Are you alright? I say this on purpose. I guess when I wasn't paying attention, I subconsciously decided I might be able to let myself enjoy this reality. In response to my question, Haruka gives me a short nod. The signs of her trying to cover up her embarrassment, the blush on her cheeks, this is kinda nostalgic. As if trying to cover up her trembling, she quickly gets to her feet and moves past me. I suddenly look up at the western skies, beautifully dyed in a mad red glow. The sound of the waves breaking on shore sound gentler than a lullaby. After that, Yuka and I join up with Haruka and Okuiko and proceed to Luna Beach. As I mentioned earlier, we don't have a reason to avoid the place. Besides, it'd feel kinda lonely. If we don't go to Luna Beach right now, we might not be able to meet Saki again for the rest of eternity. And if we don't go to Luna Beach in these 6 days, Izumi will continue to go on with her life, not knowing who we are. Kurumi's the same. She'll probably soon completely forget the faces of people she only met once. That's just sad. In the last 6 days, we did a lot of fun things. I don't want to lose all of that. Saki caused a lot of problems for us, but on the other hand, if we can resolve our problems, the next 6 days should be able to go by peacefully. I've got to think about everything positively. That's how I feel. I want to turn back time. Even though they know that's impossible, everyone's wished for that once or twice in their life. And now it's happening in reality. Only Yuka and I can redo the things we regretted in those 6 days. If I think that way, then setting aside the infinite loop, I feel I don't have to keep thinking of the time travel as a bad thing. On the contrary, I can use the current circumstances in a positive way. I'll only change the bad events into good ones. It'll be a piece of cake. Even the flap of one butterfly's wings can cause a tornado. I'm not scared. Everything will surely go well. I'm finally beginning to think that way. Yuka and I will see the sunrise of April 7th together. Seems I'm looking forward to that day. We go to Luna Beach and introduce ourselves as if we're meeting them for the first time. Saki arrives and busts Haruka by revealing her lie, the lie that her name was Asakura. I don't want to make the conversation complicated, so I decided not to tell them that they're short on rice. Well, I wanted to say it, but then Yuka gave a sharp glare the moment I tried to, so I gave up. Either way, it doesn't change the fact that I have to go shopping again. Just like last time, I go shopping with Yuka. We have paella, I don't know how it's pronounced, pumpkin soup, and Italian salad. I'll never get tired of that taste no matter how many times I eat it. Let's go to the heated pool at Tsukiya Hotel. I break the ice. I also pretend not to know about Izumi falling into the pool. I'll only change the bad events to good ones. Then what are the good ones? There are events that are to leave alone and not change. I feel bad for Izumi, but this is also a precious memory of mine. We return to Luna Beach and promise to go to the pool tomorrow. We separate from Izumi and Kurumi there. And then... Exhausted, I plop myself down into my bed. As I doze off, something suddenly starts to bug me, pulling at the corners of my mind. What is it? What is it? Although I'm thinking I'm having trouble defeating this strong drowsiness. As if I had an off switch, I close my eyes and fall asleep almost instantly. Wait, let me just take a drink. Alright, April 2nd, Tuesday. Just as we promised yesterday, we go to the pool. The sun's brilliant rays are bathing me in its light. For some reason, my body is itching to dive in. I immediately dive underwater. I swim from end to end and do a quick turn without taking a breather. I return to the starting point again. And take a deep breath. When I casually look up, I see someone looking down upon me from the high edge of the pool.
Hi.
Here, it's Yuka. She bends over and holds out her right hand. Oh, thank you. I take her hand and step onto the pool sub with one foot. I put my weight into that hand and try to climb upwind. I instead pull on Yuka's arm with all of my strength. Yuka falls into the pool at an awkward angle. Yeah, I quickly get up on the pool side, look down on Yuka, and laugh loudly. Yuka's face emerges out of the water. Her voice sounds weird due to the large amount of water in her nose. What are you doing? Yuka frowns as she climbs out of the pool. Your nose is dripping with snot. Nasty. Yuka clenches her hand into her fist as she trembles. Yeah. Are you mad at me? I'm not. No matter how you look at her, she's obviously angry. Alright, got it. Can't be helped, so I'll treat you to a drink. Beer. Dumbass, I'm not letting you drink alcohol. Why not? You know why. Well, I'll go and buy you something appropriate, so wait here. I said it before walking over towards the drink stand. But when I get back, Yuka is sitting in the deck chair, a glass of beer clutched in her hand. Oh, welcome back. Yuka, when did you get that beer? Oh, this? Okuhiko bought it for me just now.
ぱ気が利くよね、奥彦くんは。
Okuhiko's a really thoughtful guy.
どっかの誰かさんと違って。
Unlike a certain someone else. Then what should I do with this ginger ale that I bought?
ジンジャーエール買ってきてくれたの？
Wow, you bought ginger ale? Yeah.
もう誠最高。ベストチョイスだよそれ。
You're the best, Makoto. This is the best choice possible. Huh? I don't get what she's rambling about, but I give her the ginger ale anyway. Just then, Yuka takes the half-empty beer glass and pours the ginger ale into it, filling it up. Does that taste good? As I answer, I sit down next to Yuka.
誠知らないの？シャンディガフって言うんだよ。
Makoto, you don't know what shandy gaff is? Panty rash?
シャンディガフ。カクテルの名前。
Shandy gaff. It's the name of a cocktail.
知ってて言ったんでしょう。
You knew that, didn't you? No. You played dumb.
たくも。
Come on, jeez. We bathed in the warm sun until the afternoon. Before my eyes, I saw kids instantly diving into the pool. Intoxicated by the peaceful atmosphere, I forget something important. Something very important. That's...
そろそろ出ようか。
Shouldn't we be leaving now? As soon as Saki says this, we all simultaneously begin preparing to go back. However, there's still one other person roaming, staggering by the poolside. Said person staggers toward us and comes up to us.
もう帰ったの？みんな。
Alright, are we going back already, guys? Then speaks.
うん。もう寒くなってきたでしょ？
Yeah, it's already getting cold, right?
寒い？寒いぞ。
Cold? You're cold?
私は全然寒くないですよ。
But I'm not cold at all. She's speaking in a comedic drunk tone. Yeah, I completely forgot about it. Since I forgot to stop Yuka from drinking after her first cup, she has continued drinking as I remain blissfully unaware. I shudder when I think of the events that will probably follow. In other words, it's like this. The drunk Yuka returns to Luna Beach. She declares that she wants sorrow. Everyone goes fishing. Saki is swallowed by the wave. When I realize this on the way back, I try to take Yuka's cup away. I also try to explain to her about the Saki issue. But Yuka won't listen to me.
大丈夫、大丈夫。
It's fine, it's fine.
釣りにさえ行かなければいいんでしょ？
As long as we don't go fishing, then it's fine, isn't it? Can I really trust those words? Yuka's laughter makes me feel uneasy. I whisper into Yuka's ear so quietly that only she can hear me. Hey, Yuka, you understand, right? Even by mistake, you mustn't say I want to eat taro.
ああ、合ってる合ってる。
Yeah, I know. Yuka strikes me hard on the shoulder. Ha! I loudly sigh. And then... Morning! Kurumi appears. A thin film of hot milk rises to the surface of the mug in her right hand.
お、くるみたんどうですか？具合の方は。
Oh, Kurumi, how are you feeling?
ちょっと横になったら、すっかり良くなっちゃった。
Good, after Kurumi had a nap, she got completely better.
ああ、そりゃよかったよかった。
That's good. Yuka suddenly leans forward and points towards the mug in Kurumi's hand. She's not planning on saying that again, is she?
私たった今ものすごいことに気づいてしまいました。
I have just come up with something amazing. Yeah, when you crush Kurumi in milk, you get Kuru milk. Now let's move on. I beat her to the punch to obstruct her. Well, that was what I planned, but it doesn't look like it turned out the way I wanted.
うまいよそれ。
Well done, that's great.
誠面白すぎ。
Makoto, you're too funny. It seems I completely failed.
今時怪文なんて。
You just made a portmanteau.
誠も親父だね。
Makoto, you're too much. It's clear that those two are completely alienated in their own world. I pick my ears and look at the ceiling, staring at the lamp for no reason. And then, when the long laughter finally ends, Yuka lets out a big sigh and suddenly looks mopey. This is bad. This is really bad. Yuka's definitely going to say it. That's what my intuition is telling me. I've got to turn this conversation in a different direction. The weather's so good today. Don't you think so too, Izumi?
そうね。
Yeah, that's right. Crap, the conversation's dead. I need another topic. As I think that. Uh-oh, she's gonna say it. Wow, Saki, your ponytail's so cool and cute. Swish, swish.
Huh?
The hell? If you look closely, Haruka's eyes are like a rabbit's. Bouncy bounce. Okay, go, fa la 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 la.
大丈夫か石原。
Are you alright, Ishihara? Let's see. Shit. Tower. I want to see the lighthouse tower. I want to see the lighthouse tower. Then let's go see the lighthouse.
だけど灯台なんてこの辺にあるの？
But is there a lighthouse around here?
展望公園っていうところに立ってるの。
Yeah, there's one in Viewpoint Park.
ね、だから見に行こう、ゆうかさん。
See? So where do we go see it, Yuka?
よーし。言いたいとこだけど。
Alright, that's what I like to say, but
誰っきりっていうのはちょっと寂しいやんな。
if it's just the two of us going, it's a little lonely.
そこでみんなも。
So then, everyone.
みんなも灯台なんちゃって。
What do you think, guys?
あれ？
Well, at least, yeah, this is different. We are now in a different place. Instead of fishing, we're now going to see the tower, the lighthouse.
嘘。
No way.
ダメだわ。バッテリー上がっちゃってるみた
No good. It seems the battery's dead.
い。しょうがない。歩いて行きましょう。
Oh well, shall we walk? Izumi says that as she begins to walk, naturally taking the lead. Of course, I kept my mouth shut about the battery and just let nature take its course. We arrive at the cherry blossom trees. Right now, Yuka and Kurumi are playfully chasing each other around the lighthouse in Viewpoint Park. The rest of us are still standing on the cherry blossom road, completely stunned. This is Saki, Haruka, and Okiko's first time seeing these cherry blossoms. The three of them seem to be under an incredible sense of awe.
恋の岬で思いを告げて、愛の入り江で思いを遂げる。
Express your feelings at the Cape of Affection and carry out those feelings to the Cove of Love. Izumi is at the edge of the cherry blossom road, absently watching Yuka and Kurumi run around the lighthouse.
何ですかそれ？
What's that?
この辺の古い言い伝えみたいなものよ。
It's an old tradition on this island.
あの灯台の下で好きな異性に告白すると恋が実るって言われてるの。
If a man and woman confess their feelings for each other under that lighthouse, it's said that their affection will bear fruit. It's the story she told us on the last second when we were sitting in circle. Old tradition about his lighthouse, and after that, the legend of the shrine. Izumi quietly begins telling the story. To be honest, hearing the same story twice is boring. I feel bad for Izumi, but I pretend to listen to the story while thinking about something else. Yuka. She almost gave me a heart attack back there. But well, things turned out alright in the end. If we stay like this, Saki won't get swallowed up by the wave. We changed history. Yuka and I were actually able to change it. This fact cheers me up considerably. And then Kurumi and Yuka come back while out of breath.
ねえねえ、何の話してるの？
Hey, what were you talking about?
この近くにね、神社があるんだって。
There's a shrine nearby.
その神社にまつわる噂話を泉さんから聞いてたところなんだ。
Izumi was in the middle of telling us a rumor about that shrine.
くるみちゃんはその神社の話聞いたことないのかい？
Kurumi, you've never heard of that shrine before?
今初めて聞いた。
Nope. First time Kurumi's ever heard of it.
じゃあ、ちょうどよかったじゃないか。
Well, isn't that exciting? Kurumi's eyes light up.
さあ、泉さん、続きをどうぞ。
Well then, Izumi, will you continue?
うん。
Yeah.
泉さんどこまで話したっけ？
Where was I?
泉さんも最初は作り話だろうと思ってたってそこまで。
You were up to the part where you initially thought it was nothing more than a myth.
そっか。そう。私も最初に話を聞いた時には疑ってたの。だけどね。
I wonder why she hesitated to continue the story when Kurumi suddenly popped out of nowhere. Maybe there's a reason why. It's not just some, oh, I kind of forgot what we were talking about, I got distracted. No, there's something there for real. I see, yeah, that's right. When I first heard that story, I was also doubtful, but then... Izumi, the instant Kurumi arrived, she suddenly changed. See, I knew it. This definitely also happened the last time we heard the story, if my memory serves me right. Kurumi, Izumi, and the shrine. Could they be connected in some way?
ダメよ。絶対にダメ。
No way, absolutely not. Maybe she hesitated to tell that shrine story because Kurumi might be, what do you call that? She might go all curious George and go and want everyone to go to the shrine to check it out themselves. Yeah, I mean, it did happen that last timeline when Makoto and Kurumi were alone in the lodge and they're like, and Kurumi's like, hey, wanna go see the shrine or something? Maybe that's it. Izumi's shot abruptly brings me back to reality.
なんで？
Why not?
なんでも。
Why not?
いい、くるみ。今私が言ったことは冗談なんかじゃないのよ。わかってるの？
Weren't you listening, Kurumi? That story I told you just now wasn't a joke. Do you understand that?
わかってるよ。だけど、遠くから眺めるくらいなら。
Kurumi understands, but if we only look at it from a distance, then...
ほら、わかってない。全然わかってないじゃない。
See, you don't understand. You don't understand at all.
だって。
But...
だってじゃないの。とにかくダメなもんはダメ。
No buts. No means no.
いい？わかった？
Alright, do you understand?
ブー。
We passed the time in Viewpoint Park idly. One person admires the cherry blossoms in full bloom, another's thoughts turn to what lies beyond the sea. And yet another person frolics like an innocent child while trying to claw their way up the lighthouse. And then the setting sun. Right now, the seven of us are lined in a row by the cape's fence, watching the bright red sun as it sinks below the horizon. Is it just my imagination, or does it feel like the sun's descending at a faster speed than usual? It's like a smoothly descending curtain. I feel a little reluctance to see it set and go away. I casually examine the others. They really seem lively, their cheeks dyed pink from the setting sun. I'll only change the bad events into good ones. That plan has been a splendid success so far. In the end, Saki never fell into the ocean. Since she didn't fall into the ocean, it's very likely she won't get into a quarrel with Haruka either. If that happens, then only good memories will remain. And currently, at this very moment, a new good memory has been born. Everything is advancing steadily and favorably so far. We're treated to dinner at Luna Beach and get back to the lodge past 9. I take a bath, brush my teeth, change into my night clothes, and lie down on my bed. As I yawn, Haruka suddenly enters my room. She didn't knock this time either. Haruka, what's wrong?
誠、釣りできる？
Makoto, can you fish? Fish. In that instant, several memories float into my mind. Haruka and I going fishing, kissing her on the forehead under that sunset sky. Yeah, that's tomorrow, on the 3rd. On the 3rd. Yeah, I'm great at fishing. I answer cheerfully.
じゃあ明日、教えてくれる？
Then will you teach me tomorrow? Of course.
本当に？
Really? Really?
絶対？
Definitely? Definitely.
ありがとう。
Thank you. No, I haven't even taught you yet. Isn't it too early to be thanking me?
でもありがとう。
Yeah, but thank you. Well then, tomorrow? Yeah. Haruka leaves my room. Come to think of it, she said that last time that she had no heart. Does she still think that even now? Even now? No, that's a strange way of putting it. This is the past after all. Well, either way, taking Haruka fishing doesn't sound bad at all. Ever since that day, she grew more and more obsessed with fishing. I have to teach her that hobby again. Haruka and I are on the pier, leisurely dangling our fishing lines. I've already taught Haruka everything I know about fishing. Like the last time, Haruka constantly repeats the cycle of catching a fish, then letting it go. If she continues to fish like this, then she'll be hooked in no time, no pun intended. But yes, it is intended. That's what I think. Well then, I look at my watch. 3:23 p.m. I've got to get going now. When I slowly get up, I turn to Haruka. Say, Haruka, I've got a little errand to take care of.
用事？
Errand? Yeah, there's something I've got to confirm.
私まだ釣りしたい。
I still want to fish. Okay, just wait right here. I'll be back soon.
すぐってどれくらい？
How long is soon? About an hour.
わかった。
Alright. I'm really sorry about this. I apologize, leave her with all my gear and head towards a certain place. How's it going, Yuka? Did you find it? Wow. Yuka's amazing at finding things. A bell is in Yuka's palm. Phew, this makes two life. Try to say this, but then I noticed something I didn't earlier. Right next to Yuka is Kurumi. Kurumi's here?
くるみちゃんにも手伝ってもらったの。
Kurumi also helped out. Huh?
ゆうかさんのひいおじいちゃんの形見だって言うから。
Yuka said it was a memento of her great grandpa, so
くるみ一生懸命探したんだよ。
Kurumi looked very hard for it. Oh, I see, so that's how it is. Were you the one to find it, Kurumi? Yep. I see, you're a good girl. Pat her on the head. Well then, I've got to go back now. Right. See you later. Leaving with those words, I turn around. Just then, Yuka suddenly approaches me.
これ
Here. She whispers this very faintly into my ear. While using her back as a wall so that Kurumi can't see, Yuka puts something into my palm. I feel a cool sensation. I don't even need to see it to know what it is.
これは誠のだから。
This is yours, right? Yuka says this and gives me a light tap on my shoulder.
ちょっと二人とも何やってるのよ。
Hold on, you two, what are you doing? When she hears Kurumi's voice, Yuka jumps up and moves away from me.
別に何でもない何でもない。
Nothing really, it's nothing, it's nothing.
何でもないってことないでしょ。怪しすぎるよ今の行動は。
It's not nothing, is it? What you did just now was too suspicious.
そうかな。
You think so?
そうだよ。
Of course. Kurumi scrutinizingly glares at us while furrowing her brow. Well then, see you, Kurumi. At this rate, things are going to get troublesome. I decide to leave and start to run away.
あ、ちょっと待ってよお兄ちゃん。
Wait a minute. Alright, fellas, I think this is a perfect spot to edit here because I have to prepare for work now. So, wait. There you go. So this is Never 7 The End of Infinity. God, oh my god, I'm so excited to see more of this. If you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.